Hi, today we're going to do a full face at Get Ready With Me. I've already done my skincare, so we're going to start by going in with our e.l.f. primer. This is a really good dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. I mean, it practically is the same product. I know somebody's going to comment, and if you comment, that'd be great because I haven't gotten any comments yet. But we're going to put that all over our face, nice in there. Get it set in there. Then we're going to go in with some concealer because I have a little bit of rosacea here, so we're going to get some concealer going, and then we'll be right on track. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some concealer. You can also use, if you have some, dark circles under your eyes, I recommend this color correcting palette, also by NYX, and it's, oh sorry, the last one was from e.l.f. That's no way to get a sponsorship, is it? Okay, so we're going to go in with our IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. We're just going to put a little bit of that, and on this lovely friend that I have visiting from out of town. Let's get rid of him right away. Yikes. Blend that in a little bit. We're going to go in with the concealer. I like to blend that with my finger. A lot of people also use a beauty blender for this, or a brush. I just happen to like the finger. Ha! I didn't mean it like it sounded, but I do use that sometimes. Okay, next eye. And, I'm not going for anything like too crazy here. I just want the little bit of darkness that is underneath my eyes to go away. And I'm also going to carry it down onto the rosacea so that I have a little bit more coverage. What I'm trying to do now is something that I've seen from makeup artists on YouTube and TikTok and of course Instagram, and that is to make as thin of a layer as I can on my mature skin. I don't want to cake, I don't want to layer and make it too, too thick. So I'm trying to use the things that I need only in the places that I need them. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. So now we're going to go in with our foundation. Again, it's the Dior, my holy grail. I love it. Is it worth the money? For me, it is. Okay, I'm going to put just a couple drops on my hand like that. You can see the consistency of this is a little bit funnier, but that's not a bad thing. I'm going to just whip a little bit of that on there. We're going to blend that in with a damp beauty blender. Some people use their fingers. Some people use a brush. As a matter of fact, I was a big proponent of the brush, but the damp beauty blender lends a little bit more moisture to your foundation, makes it spread a little easier. So if this is something you want to try, you can always go in and fix it with your fingers or your brush, however you feel you need to. But everything when we're doing makeup is kind of trial and error and practice. We have to practice everything, especially when we're growing mature and we're getting into our fabulous years where we don't have to worry about trying to impress anybody anymore, right, ladies and gentlemen? If you're here, go for it. After our foundation, whoops, we got a little bit crazy there. After the foundation, I like to go in with a contour. I'm using a cream contour today. It happens to be my favorite one. It is the Westman Atelier, called Face Trace. We're just going to get a little bit of that going there. We're going to blend that in. It's an e.l.f. brush. Remember, we want to go up. Get it in down here. Creating the shadows on your face that help contour your face. I guess that's why they call it contouring, right? There's this woman on Instagram. She's hysterical. Now I'm going to take a highlighter stick. This one's by OG. And I'm going to actually highlight just here and here over the eyes and the top of the nose. Now I'll probably hit some of those spots again, but I like to create a little bit of a highlight underneath a cream blush. I'm going to use a creamy blush today, or a liquid blush, cream blush. So I like to create a little bit of a highlight underneath there. So now we're going to move on to our blush and our eyebrows. Let's get going. Today I'm going to use another NYX product. I guess I'm really on the NYX products today, right? It is the Sweet Cheeks blush. It's a blush mousse. Again, I'm going with this. Well, we don't need that for round. So we're just going to take a couple spots of it because I don't really know how the pigment is. That's probably too much. Oh yeah. And we're just going to, I like to rub this in with my fingers. I'm going to put some on over here because it's really pigmented. We're going to put it on over here too. Don't worry, we'll be able to fix it if it's too much. You can always fix everything, and that's great too. I'm going to pull it up over my my eyebrow a little bit. Gives you a nice flushed look. Again, I'm trying to just keep the layers very thin. You know, didn't go in with too much here, not going in with too much here or here. I don't know if you've seen the things on Instagram where there's just the lines and everybody, then they just blend it all together. Well, I can't do that. So if you're looking for that, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to move into the eyebrows now. I am using an Anastasia brow pen. This one I'm going to have to do over here a little bit. I'm just going to color in the shape that I want. Don't go below your eyebrow. If you need to make any changes, try to do it above the eyebrow. What I mean is if there's any spaces or, you know, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Mine are distant cousins. I'm not even sure if they were ever related some days, but okay, and we're going to go into the other one. Okay, I hope you're all having a great day. If you're having a great day, why didn't you tell me about it? Come to think of it, if you're having a bad day, why didn't you tell me about it? Okay, then we need glasses to check and make sure we got this all done, but don't panic because that's not it. Okay, got a little bit under here. I have a little scar here, so it gets picked up there all the time. But this is what I'm really, really loving right now, and it is the Anastasia Brow Freeze Wax. For some reason, I want my eyebrows to look like my great uncle Oscar's, straight up and looking crazy. I just happen to like that look. This will also blend in your pencil while you're doing this. You can also just use a brow gel, like Benefit's brow gel. I just happen to love this freezing effect. I'm not sure why. I just do. Makes them stand up at attention like a soldier. All right, we're going to pull this one up now. And all the little things that you're going to go back in to touch up and fix, that's all good. You're just getting an idea now. Okay, so now we have our blush and our eyebrows done, and now we're going to pull into doing the eyes. Let's pick a palette. Here's also a place where I like to take a little bit of setting spray and just give it a little spritz to help my stuff stay on longer. I know I put it on at the end, but sometimes if you put it on in the middle, it actually helps it stay a little better as well. Okay, so now we're going to move into our eyes, and decided to use the damn, if I could remember this stuff. If I could use the Dose, right? Dose of Colors, that's it. The Berry Palette. Nice, right? Okay, we're also going to be using this color, Pretty, from the Anastasia palette, because I like a little sparkle. Don't you like it when it sparkles just a little? Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to find a base color. And you know what? I'm not sure if I like the base color in here. So I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to make Softy, this one, from this palette, my base color. I like to take that base color and I put it all over my lids. Don't forget to tap off your brush. Okay, we're going to put that right on our lids. See how that looks first on the lid before we bring it all the way up. Okay, just blend that out a little bit. And I'm just going on the movable lid. That's all I'm doing here. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to look for a contour shade. And I think I might go a little bold for the contour shade and use this one right here. So let's take our little brush like this. I don't know the number of it because I just don't. Tap off your brush. Let's see how this looks. Okay, I really like this color, but I'm not loving it with the lid color, so we're going to go back in and change the lid color. But we're going to work this up and around. Okay, and then you want to blend it up, of course. Everything blends up. And at the end, you want to bring it out a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't want to go past your eyebrow, but we want to go out a little bit. I bring it right down to the bridge of my nose. Kind of a contour for your nose. Ooh, I really like that color, but like I said, I'm not sure that I like the lid color now. So let's go ahead and see if we can change that in the next part. But I'm going to do this eye now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I decided to do was literally take what's left on the brush and what's left in my eyes, and I'm just going to pull that down over the lid. It's going to mix with the color we put on the lid, and as if you can see, just like magic, it's changing that lid color to something a little bit more adaptable to this color that I like a little better. So, of course, we're going to change that with some shimmer and a little bit of light and dark play there. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this super dark purple here, and we're going to do our pop of color. I like to use a round brush, a pointed round brush, which I will grab in a second. This one. I'm going to go right in there. I'm going to tap it off. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a little ball. Okay, I'm going to make a little ball right here. And then what I need to do is I need to pull that ball up a little bit over. All right. This dose of color has a nice pigment. I wish it blended a little better. We want to get this up here. So after I get the color in place where I kind of want it, then I go in with a blending brush and just kind of blend it up there and over into your crease a little bit. Okay, you just want to marry these three together right here in your corner of your eye where it needs to go up here. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye and we'll check it out. I'm not so happy because this came out a little darker than I wanted. So I'm going to put some of, this is from my Fantasia palette. I'm going to put some of this white sparkly in the center of my eyelids just to try to give them some depth. So you're just going to swirl it around in the center of your eyelids. Kind of push it from side to side. Go over here. It's going to create some depth in our eyelids. Also lightens them up a little bit. We're going to lighten them up even more by putting an even whiter highlight in the corners here. But so far, it's a little darker than I anticipated for it to be, but it's good. It's all good. More blending, of course, more blending. And then let's get to mascara. We need a little something else, and we need a line. That's what we need. We need a nice tight line here. So I'm going to go back into the Dose of Color palette, and I'm going to hit this black and use it for my waterline. What I like to do though is I like to take a little cap and I squirt some setting spray into it. You heard that happen? Then I dip this in there Got to take off some of the excess setting spray. And then I make this powder into kind of a liquid liner. Okay. Coat both sides of the brush really well. And let's go in. Remember, we're going to do the waterline, so we want to get in right next to the lashes. Okay. I mean, I'm hardly moving because I want to stay right against those lashes. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, there. Dip it in a little bit more. Tap off the excess. Go in for the other side. You're going to bring it all the way down to the corner of your eye and all the way out to the end. You can even flip it up a little bit. Remember, your flick is not supposed to be a wing. It's just a flick. You can wear a wing if you like to, but sometimes the flick just does it. What do you think? I like the liner better with it. Okay, so this is just a jumbled mess today, isn't it? I hope you're having fun because I'm having a blast. I pulled the black under the eye just a little bit of the way, just almost to like the start of my eyeballs, okay? Then we're going to take a little bit of the lighter color and we're going to just kind of blend it in there with a smudge brush. Just a little bit. I mean, really a little bit. We're going to start over here and then we're going to pull it over. Okay. Use what's left on your brush. Don't go in and get more because there's more than enough on your brush. Okay. Now we'll go in with some mascara. Before we curl our lashes? No, after we curl our lashes. Do you see how I caught myself there? That was very good. Very good indeed. Did I say mascara again? Damn girl, you're being crazy today. We're going back into the Fantasia palette. We're going up to the real sparkly one and we're going to put that right in our tear duct. This doesn't have to be a huge thing. This is kind of a subtle thing, but it definitely pops the eye a little bit. So get right in there, pull it down just a little bit, just a little bit. Love that song. Okay. A little bit under here, pull that all the way over, and then blend that in. Okay, now we're going to curl our eyelashes and then we are going to do our mascara. Let's make our mascara face. Also, when I pull my mascaras out, I bend the wand just a little bit. As you can see, helps me get in there a little bit better. We're going to get in there. Make sure you get every lash. Pull it from the root all the way through. Wiggle it in there. All right. Now we're going to go in and do some lips. We're going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury liner and a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. You know, I gotta tell you. Okay, so we've done our lips. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of pressed powder to set it. Oh, look at that. Did you see all that? I'm just going to set it where I get a little oily because I want to have that clean, glowy skin. Then I'm going to take a little bronzer, the NARS bronzer. We're just going to pop it here, pop it there, and then you should be ready to see the finished look. Would you like to see the finished look? Here we are, all finished. Just bust that hair up and let's get going. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you'd like to see anything, please comment below. I'd love you to hit subscribe, and I would really like somebody to hit that like button because it's so reinforcing. Thank you so much. Have a great day.